I'm Jada Johnson. I go to Cloquet Senior High School and I'm in grade 12. The title of our project is Dangerous Diversity. What effect does bisphenol S have on Escherichia coli and probiotic bacteria growth? So formerly BPA has been found in thermal receipt paper. BPA has been replaced by BPS, which have the same risk factors as BPA. Studies have directly related exposure to BPA to decrease in photocytic activity of Mosa's coli. Photocytic activity controls the growth of E. coli, causing a decrease in numbers. Increase. E. coli bacteria's estrogen receptors is discovered in last year's project. E. coli was exposed to isoflavones to find this out. Bacterial growth increases at higher isoflavone concentrations, so BPS mimics the hormone estrogen. So the reason we use this is because of the relationship between the two. So this year we added probiotics to the equation to get an overall better understanding of the gut GI tract, because probiotics are also in your intestinal tract as well as E. coli. So risks posed by handling this thermal receipt paper are most susceptible for women who are pregnant or may become pregnant due to the estrogenic feature of BPS and the E. coli combination. For the average consumer, the risk is greatly decreased compared to cashiers who have handled these receipt papers daily, as well as me being a waitress as well. So the question is, what effect does bisphenol S have on Escherichia coli and probiotic bacteria growth and diversity? And the hypothesis is, if bisphenol S has an effect on Escherichia coli bacteria growth, and the growth of E. coli bacteria colonies will increase relative to the number of probiotic bacteria, thus possibly reducing gut bacterial diversity. Okay. So first we took one-inch pieces of thermal receipt paper, which is how much we thought that a cashier would be touching. After this, we added 5 milliliters of isopropanol to each evaporating dish as well. These are the materials that we used. Like I said before, we added 5 milliliters of isopropanol to each evaporating dish. After that, we put them under a fume hood for 2 days, and this is what came up after. We did this because we used water last year, and that did not extract the BPS. So we asked our chem teacher what we could do this year, and he suggested isopropanol, which is what we think worked this year. So this year we added probiotics. What we did is we rehydrated probiotics into 1 liter of water for about 30 minutes, which is about how much water you find in the human industrial tract. After this, we added 5 milliliters of distilled water to each evaporating dish. After that, we took 1 loop of E. coli and mixed it into the appropriate evaporating dishes for about 10 seconds. We did the same with the probiotics, except we added 3 drops of the probiotics to each evaporating dish as well that was needed. So after about 30 minutes, we took each bacterial solution and we put it onto the appropriate outer dish, and we colonized them by taking a sterile Q-tip, and I can't even talk right now. Can't figure out what I'm saying. After that, we closed them and taped them and putting them into the incubator for about 24 hours at 98 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the temperature of the human body. So after about 24 hours, this is what each of them look like. The top is the probiotics, they're more yellow in transparency, and the E. coli is more white in transparency, and this is the combination of the two. So this is figure 1, the average colony count of E. coli and probiotics after being treated with different concentrations of bisphenol S and different combinations of bacteria. So as previously seen in last year's project, this is 1 and 3 strips of BPS. As you can see, it has a very significant increase compared to the rest as well this year. So figure 2 is the average colony count of probiotics after being treated with different concentrations of bisphenol S and different combinations of bacteria. This is just the E. coli count. So this is 0, 1, and 3 strips of the BPS when exposed to the E. coli. As you can see, it does have a significant difference. So figure 3. The average colony count of probiotics and E. coli after being treated with different concentrations of bisphenol S and different combinations of bacteria. This is just the E. coli when taken out of the first 2 graphs. As you can see, overall there was no significant difference when BPS is exposed to just probiotics. So figure 4, the average colony count, do I have to say this every time? They're the same thing. After being treated with different concentration of bisphenol S and different combinations of bacteria, this is the mixture between the two, so the combination of the E. coli and probiotics and the separate agar rates. This is 0, 1, and 3 count of the E. coli, and then this is 0, 1, and 3 concentrations when exposed to the BPS of just the probiotics. So previously, when E. coli is exposed to the BPS, it has a very significant increase, but when in combination of E. coli and probiotics, it is seen to dampen the relative bacterial growth of the E. coli. And and when in combination with combination of E. coli and probiotics, the probiotics seem to have decreased in numbers. So in conclusion, the hypothesis was supported. As the BPS concentration increased, so did the E. coli count per plate. The probiotic colony count was not affected by the BPS, causing a decrease in bacterial diversity overall. So in combination of the E. coli and probiotics, the E. coli probiotics appear to dampen the effect of the E. coli bacterial count, and the probiotics seem to decrease. So however, we believe with repeated exposure we would likely see exponential growth of the E. coli overall, because as the probiotics continue to decrease the E. coli, we expect that the E. coli would continue to take over. Clostridium difficile is a C. diff, is an antibiotic-resistant bacterial intestinal infection that invades individuals with compromised immune systems. I cannot do this right now. I know! I haven't practiced this live. I'm just going to read it. So, exposure to BPS appears to limit the diversity of intestinal probiotic while enhancing non-pathogenic E. coli, which is your normal gut bacteria. So possibly after repeated exposure to BPS, an individual's chance of contracting C. diff in a medical institution will increase, as well as other diseases and infections as well. So this increase in E. coli may lead to an imbalance in colon bacterial diversity relating to less efficient processing of food and absorption of nutrients. All right, these are our references. Thank you very much.